So is the market consolidating its gains before its next leg up, or is it in a topping process and about to roll over? Stick with me as we dig into the details. My name is Brian Cannon, and welcome to Markets in 5. Always, I'd like to start off with an update on the S&P 500. So this chart we've gone through multiple times and we'll continue to do so, but I think it's a good indicator to kind of help you see what I'm seeing. But essentially, we really want this blue line to hold up, and this major support line that is in place. And you can see here with this pull down last week, the candlestick came all the way down and touched that blue line, held that support, and then bounced off and kind of headed back up. So, we did actually put some of our cash back to work in the fact that it did hold that blue support line. Now, again, I think we're in this sideways consolidation period, and this back and forth, win lose, but go nowhere fast type market. But for the purposes of the trend is still intact. So when you look at the S&P on a much longer term perspective, this is dating all the way back to the early 90s. You can see that, again, I'm a big mean reversion guy. I feel like anything that gets stretched too far one direction or the other ultimately corrects itself and comes back to the middle. And we're basically right on that middle line, gone above it just a little bit. So nothing here that's alarming, nothing here that says, watch out or anything. So long-term trend looks good. This is one of the main charts, again, that we watch. Again, goes back to very similar to the first one, with the blue, support line. So we've got several levels of support that we're monitoring. And again, as long as those are intact, we're going to be tactical and we're going to make some moves. But for the most part, as far as going fully to cash or putting some hedges into place, we have no interest in doing that until we break that long-term support. Because historically, when that support gets broken, is the time that it makes sense to be cash heavy and be hedging your bets. So small cap stocks are interesting. So where they got pummeled early on in the pull down last year, they came back with a vengeance. But this year they've basically done nothing. So it's just a sideways washing machine, back and forth, go nowhere type trend that's going on. So it's definitely consolidating these gains, which is not a bad thing. But the question is it going to consolidate and break on up to the next leg, or is it going to consolidate and begin to roll over? And so we want to see this red support line held up. If that holds up and we can kind of stay north of that line, then we feel very positive that it's a trend that's going to continue. So it could be one of these where it just bounces off the support line for a couple years, before it rolls over. But again, these are the levels that we're watching. So if we take that long-term trend and we blow it way down to a much smaller trend, again, this is what I'm talking about. So for 2021, you can see that the small cap stocks have just done nothing. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's held support and it's stayed within the resistance. So we're just really looking to see these gains that were made. It's a consolidation period. So again, are we going to break to the upside, or are we going to break to the downside and roll over? So those are the levels that we're watching on the small caps. And if you look at the NASDAQ or the growth stocks, virtually identical. Same thing. Sideways, just chop up and down, up and down, up and down. So we're really looking for a breakout, either to the upside to feel confident that this is a consolidation that's heading on up, or a breakdown. So we'll make some tactical moves here in the middle, but we're not gonna raise a lot of cash or double down on things until we can kind of get some clarity around the direction. So in wrapping up, is this a consolidation that's going to head up, or is it a topping process that's going to head down? It's right now about as clear as mud, so we just don't know. But hopefully by watching this video, you can see the various levels of support and resistance that we're monitoring to help us determine. Because ultimately, if it breaks up, we want to participate. If it breaks down, we want to be out. So if you have any questions, by all means, give me a shout. My name is Brian Cannon, and we'll see you on the next Markets in 5.